Hello students, today we will learn about the transportation of materials in humans. The process of diffusion is too slow to work in higher animals including humans. In such animals, a well-developed pickup and delivery system, which is known as a circulatory system, is present. In the circulatory system, the blood delivers food and oxygen to every cell in the body. It also carries waste away from the every cell in the body. The circulatory system consists of blood, the blood vessels and the heart. Blood is a specialized bodily fluid that flows in blood vessels. It transports digested food from the small intestine to all parts of the body, and it also transports oxygen from the lungs to the body cells and carbon dioxide from the cells to the lungs. Blood also transport liquid waste from the body cells to the kidney for the removal from the body. In an average healthy adult, the volume of blood is about 1/11th of the body weight, and normally in an average human adult it is in between 4 to 5 liter. The blood consists of a fluid which is known as plasma, in which three types of blood cells float. Plasma is the liquid part of the blood. It is yellowish in color and it contains about 90% of water. It has food, waste, enzymes, etc. dissolved in it. There are three types of blood cells: red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. Red blood cells are disc-shaped cells. They contain a red-colored protein known as hemoglobin. It is this pigment that absorbs oxygen and transports it to the cells all over the body. Oxygen combines with hemoglobin to form a compound that is known as the oxyhemoglobin. When blood reaches cells that need oxygen, and then oxyhemoglobin breaks down to oxygen and hemoglobin. The oxygen is used by the cells for respiration, and hemoglobin is then become free to carry more oxygen. White blood cells are slightly larger than red blood cells. They do not have a fixed shape. They are fewer in number than red blood cells. Their main job is to fight against diseases by destroying harmful bacteria and other foreign materials. They are able to move on their own. This helps them to pass through the walls of blood vessels and to reach infected parts of the body. Platelets are smaller than the red blood cells. They help the blood to clot whenever there is a wound on the body. This blocks the flow of blood and prevents the blood loss. The blood vessels circulates the blood across the body through a network of tubes that are known as the blood vessels. There are three types of blood vessels: arteries, vein, and capillaries. Arteries carry oxygenated blood, that is oxygen rich blood, away from the heart. As the heart pumps blood into the arteries, the blood flows rapidly and at a high pressure. Arteries therefore have thick elastic walls to feel the blood rushing through the arteries. We place two fingers in the hollow spot on the wrist and we can feel the pulse also. Arteries branch into smaller and smaller arteries and finally into capillaries. Capillaries are the thinnest blood vessels, about as thick as a standard of your hair. They have very thin walls through which oxygen, digested food, carbon dioxide and other waste products are exchanged between the blood and the surrounding cells. The capillaries join up to form the veins. Veins carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart. Veins have thin walls, they have valves which allow the blood to flow only towards the heart. Heart is a first-sized muscular organ located between the lungs. It is centrally placed but tilted toward the left. It beats 60 to 80 times a minute throughout our life. The main function of the heart is to pump blood to all parts of the body. We can feel our own heartbeat by placing our hand on our chest toward the left. Doctors uses a stethoscope to listen the heartbeat. The heart is divided into four chambers. The top chambers with the comparatively thinner walls are known as auricles, and the two lower chambers with thick muscular walls are known as the ventricles. There, the upper chamber is known as the auricles and the lower chambers are known as the ventricles. Now we will discuss about the blood circulation. The right auricle receives deoxygenated blood from various parts of the body through the veins and relaxes to receive it. The right ventricle contracts to pump the blood to the lungs through the artery. The exchange of the gases takes place in the lungs and oxygenated blood is sent to the left side of the heart through the pulmonary vein. The left auricle relaxes to receive the oxygenated blood and then it contracts to send the blood to the left ventricle, which relaxes to receive it. The left ventricle contracts to pump the oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. The right side of the heart is completely separated from the left side with the help of a partition which is known as the septum, so that the two types of blood do not mix. The heart has a number of valves that allow the blood to flow in one direction only. You can see in the diagram also. All the heart muscles do not contract at the same time. The two auricles contract first, forcing the blood into the ventricles, and the two ventricles contract a fraction of a second later. For this reason, each heartbeat can be heard as two sounds. The V contraction of auricles make one sound. This sound is followed by a stronger sound caused by the contraction of ventricles. The doctor listened to this two-part heartbeat using a device that is known as the stethoscope. When the left ventricle contracts, blood moves into the arteries under the high pressure. The walls of the arteries are stretched by this pressure. When the ventricles relax, the pressure goes down. The stretching and relaxing of the arteries with each heartbeat is felt as a throbbing called pulse. It is easy to feel the pulse at the side of the neck or the wrist. Now we will discuss about the excretion. During the life activities such as cellular respiration, several chemical reactions takes place in the body. These are known as the metabolism. These chemical reactions produce waste products such as carbon dioxide, water, salt, urea and uric acid. Accumulation of these wastes beyond a level inside the body is harmful to the body. The excretory organs remove these waste. This process of removal of metabolic waste from the body is known as the excretions. In lower animals such as amoeba, paramecium, hydra and there are no special excretory organs. Waste products such as ammonia are excreted by the process of diffusion through the body surface. Larger animals have special organs. In humans, the excretions is carried out mainly by the urinary system. It removes most of the waste from the body in the form of liquid known as urine. Urine consists of 95% water, 2.5% urea, and 2.5% other waste products. The main organ of the urinary system are the two bean shaped organs called kidneys. A pair of tubes known as urethra, and elastic sac called urinary bladder, and the tube called the urethra. The kidneys are located on each side of the backbone just above the waist. Their main function is to filter waste from the blood, and you can use the filter paper to separate solid impurities from a solution. The kidneys work in the same way. The kidneys consist of a large number of coiled tubes known as nephrons. Each kidney contains about 1 million of nephrons. Nephrons are the tiny filtering units of the kidney. They filter out excess water, salt, and urea from the blood as it passes through them. The clean blood leaves the kidney and continues its circulation in the body. A healthy human being passes out about 1.5 to 2.5 liter of urine every day. The kidneys must function properly to keep the body healthy. An examination of urine tells a lot about the functioning of various organs in the body. The doctors uh, therefore uses the urine test to help diagnose diseases. If there is excess sugar, enzymes, blood, or other material in the urine, it indicates that some organs may not be functioning properly. For example, the presence of sugar in the urine indicates that the person may be suffering from diabetes. It is a disease in which the sugar level in the blood increases beyond the normal value. Some of the excess sugar is carried out of the body through urine. So, the presence of the blood in the urine is a sign of damaged kidneys. It may arise due to damage to the nephrons by bacteria. If a person's kidneys are damaged, doctors remove body waste by a medical process that is known as the dialysis. A more permanent solution is kidney transplant, in which the damaged kidney is replaced by the healthy kidney donated by someone. Beside kidneys, our skin is also helps in eliminating sweats, waste through the sweats, and it excretes excess of water, urea, salt, and other metabolic waste in the form of sweats with the help of sweat gland present in the skin. As sweat evaporates, it cools the body. Sweating helps to cool down our body when it is very hot. Thank you.